Hi ladies and gentlemen, good morning or good evening to everyone. Today I am going to discuss IMSDB call statement with additional parameters. First, what is IMSDB call statement? Call statement is used to request for DLI services, such as executing certain operations on the IMS database. Like what operation? Like we can read and update and insert and delete. So these and there can be more operation which we perform on the IMS database. We can call those operation DLI services. And what is the syntax on this IMS call statement? Like we have call statement here, and we are using this utility CBL TDLI, and it stands for like COBOL to DLI, and we are passing these parameters like DLI function code, PCB mask, segment input output area, segment search argument to this utility. Okay, and like whenever we want to perform any operation in IMS, like we want to perform the read the data of a segment, update the data of a segment, we want to insert a new segment, we issue this kind of call statement in IMS DB software. Like we have COBOL IMS program, so we call the IMS to do the specific operation using this utility like COBOL to DLI. And like we have DLI insert, we are using the insert DLI function here in our example. And we have inventory PCB mask, and we have segment input output area, and there is unqualified SSA. We will discuss these four parameter one by one. And like we have here execution process means how it happens. It is not fully here, but I will tell you as much as it is here. Like first statement we use the in COBOL IMS program entry statement. And what it do, it return the control from DLI services to the COBOL. Okay, means we use the this utility by using the entry. And we pass the inventory PCB mask copybook to this utility. And next statement is call statement. And here we have used this utility, and we are passing these all four parameters to the IMS DB software. And then we are getting back the result, and we are checking that is our operations in the IMSDB are successful or not. Okay, and then we perform the next activity in our program. And we have third statement here that is go back. It means return out of the program. And like we have first DLI function, it is the first input output parameter which we use with the IMSDB software. And DLI function indicate to the IMS that operation to be performed on the data and is a 4-byte code. Like we have need to add a new data to the database, so we use the insert function, ISRT function. And like we want to update the data, we use the REPL replace function. And like we want to erase or delete the data, we use the DLET function. We have various DLI function available. Like here we have get unique, get hold unique, and get next, get hold next, get next within parent, get hold next within parent, insert, replace, delete, checkpoint, restart, and PCB. And I will make one more video to discuss this means DLI function separately. And we have here GHU, and like we have GHN, we have GHNP. It's mean like get hold unique, get hold next, means we are holding this segment to update anything, to update any data of the segment. So we mostly use this function only that for. And like we are in our example using the DLI as ISRT function, like ISRT is of 4 byte. And next parameter is PCB mask. Second parameter on the IMS DB call is the PCB mask. It is a common shared communication area between IMS DB software and the COBOL program. IMSDB software returns back important information to the COBOL program through the PCB mask. And what are the important information that are mentioned here? Like after an IMSDB call execute, how do you know what's the result of the IMSDB call? Was it successful or did it fail? After every IMS call, the IMSDB software sets a two-digit status code to indicate the success or the failure of the operation. This, like if our status code is blank or space, it means IMS call was successful. If it is a non-blank status, it means that the IMS call failed due to some reason. Like we have status code GB, it indicates that the we reach the end of the file. Means we have read the last record. And the status code GE means it indicates the whatever segment we have requested in the database, we have not found that segment. And this IMS DB software store this two-digit status code in the PCB mask. Like we have a picture of the PCB mask and which are sent back to the COBOL program after the IMS DB call execute. As you can see, IMSDB has stored important detail in the PCB mask. This status code is blank space. This means call was successful. Like we have the DBD name, means we have the in like inventory DBD. You can say it a database DBD, and in DBD we store the various fields. Okay, and like we have the segment level, means how means what are the lowest level which we have processed in our processing. It will record that and write this in the segment level. Like we have second level, and there is status code. Like we have blank, it means it has insert the segment or new entry into the database successfully. And we have the processing option here, like what is the authenticity to perform this operation on the database. So so it use the processing option. And we have the then filler, we have the reserve means reserve space here of like S905 byte. And it is the for IMS database which reserve it for its internal function. Okay, and then we have the segment name, means which segment name we have called, means what is the lowest segment name which is the processed, so it is item segment. And then we have the key length of the lowest segment which we received. And then the number sensitive segment means how many number segment you have processed into that entry came here. But it has comp value, that's why it value will not be seen here. And then we have the key, its length is 11 byte, so it will show the concatenated key here. Okay, and this is all the data of inventory PCB mask. Initially, before the IMS DB call, PCB mask is empty. Means before the IMS DB call, PCB mask should be empty. You send the PCB mask to the IMS DB software. After the call execute, the IMS DB software store details such as status code in the PCB mask. Okay, after the IMS call execute, you will see this information. All this information you will see after IMS DB call statement execute. And third, our means third parameter is segment input output area. After execution of the IMS DB call statement, the data result retrieved from the IMS database need to be received and stored in the some COBOL working storage field for processing. While inserting the data to added to be added to IMS database needs to be first stored in some COBOL variable from where it will send to IMS. Means when we want to insert the data, we will store it in the COBOL variable and then will be sent to the IMS. So this is that variable. You can say that is copybook in which we store the data, and we will insert the data into the database. And the what is this basically segment input output area is the input output COBOL variable used for either receiving the data when reading from the IMS data, or to send the data when writing to the IMS database. So this is the functionality of the these parameters. Like it can receive the data when we are reading the IMS database, and it can update the IMS database when we are updating the data in the IMS DB. We need to send the database data in this area when we are writing to the IMS database. And like I have coded an IMS DB call statement like to insert an item data into the IMS database. Look, now I have stored the item data this, and that I want to insert into the database COBOL variable segment input output area, which is of 131 byte. Like we have entry statement, then we have call statement, and we are using here four parameters. And in this like we have the we are passing this parameter to the IMS. Like we have are passing the DLI in ISRT, and it is of 4 byte ISRT, which we are inserting into the database. Means we are performing the insert operation into the IMS database. Then we have the inventory PCB mask. Means it will initially will be empty when we are passing the data to the IMS. And then we have the segment input output area. Like we want to insert this data into the our IMS database, so it will contain the data. And like we have unqualified SSA, so it will be like what item we want to means it for like it is the database, it is the segment in which we are going to insert this entry, this entry. Okay, item segment. And after performing the insert operation in the IMS DB, it will return back us to the inventory PCB mask. And in this we have the like entry like this, we DBD name, then segment level, then status code, then processing option, and then reserve keyword, and then what segment it has, lowest segment it use, what is the key length, what is the number of segment it has processed, and what is the concatenated key here. So it will return back this that, and there is like status code is blank, so it mean it has processed the insert operation successfully here. And after that we can perform the any active whatever we have required. And then we have the go back statement. And we have last parameter optional SSA's segment search argument. Okay, optionally you may supply additional segment search argument SSA. Okay, this is optional, means you can pass, like if you want, if you know to increase the efficiency of the like searching the data into your IMS database, so you can use that. As you know, an IMS database is made of several segments like vendor segment, item segment, stock location segment, and every segment has several instances. While fetching data from the IMS database, suppose you would like to filter out the data. Means whenever you want to filter out the data, you use the SSA. Okay, and like you would like to retrieve only vendor data, or you want to fetch only item segment data, so you can use the SSA. And SSA are used to search for filter data. While inserting SSA, tell what data are you adding, vendor data, item data, or stock location data. SSA are in a way similar to where clause of the SQL. Means it is equal to the where clause of the SQL. In the above picture, means previous picture, you have like I have specified the SSA item segment to indicate that it is item data item data like SSA I am using, means in which we are going to means filter the data that I am inserting into this item data segment. And there are some points like we can have only one SSA per level, maximum 15 SSA are allowed. If we give more than one SSA, input output area will have data of lowest level. It is going to search the SSA and place the cursor. It would not have data from all the level. Like if you are doing the get unique using the SSA, so it will place the cursor to own that segment, and like you want to retrieve the next data within that segment, so you can use the various DLI function. We have the DLI function, so you can use to fetch the data, like insert the data, replace the data, delete the data. So this also play very important role, DLI function and SSA key, if you know the SSA key. Thank you guys, that's all from my side. Please like the video and subscribe the channel.